It is Wednesday morning, and there's a woman in the house who's in charge of the show. Today is it's the first Wednesday edition in the month of April. My name is OLADAPO OKUNUBI. Favor Lawrence, how you doing? Good morning to you.
I feel good. You called me woman.
Hey, I feel good.
I feel good, I feel
nice. Everything
I feel
okay.
everything good, You call me woman. And
Are
the
you
man
not a
beside
woman?
me, yes, I am a woman.
Yeah, so what
I
are
was
you
expecting more like lady in the house, you understand? But you call me woman, no problem. We are good to go.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Remember, NPFL games going down today. Remember, matches went down yesterday, same as the English Premier League. Well, for Newcastle United, they got frustrated yesterday in the English Premier League, same as, for West Ham United, Tottenham Hotspur. We also had that game in London. Well, another game is also going down in London today. That is Arsenal taking on Luton Town. And we as well look at updates coming from tennis, NBA. Remember, you can join us live on Facebook, live on YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. Post your commentary, reactions, and your expectations for these games, most especially for the bookmakers. Remember, Juventus qualified to the final of the Coppa Italia yesterday, right there in Italy. And Fiorentina, Atalanta will be battling each other. I would like to see Ademola Lookman in the final. 9:02 is the time. Let's go straight. Okay, so let's start with LA Clippers star Kawhi Leonard, who missed early this morning's 109-95 loss to Sacramento Kings due to right knee soreness. Now, Leonard's returned home to Los Angeles on Monday to receive more treatment, and coach Ty Lue said the team first learned of Leonard's right knee soreness after a 130-118 win over Charlotte Hornets on Sunday. Now, let's look at results of games decided at the wee hours of today. Starting with...
From the bottom.
No. Let's start from the top. Favor Lawrence, you start with it. You start from the top. Start with LA Lakers, my friend.
LA Lakers is proud. OLADAPO OKUNUBI is proud this morning as they defeated Toronto Raptors on the road 128 points to 111. But it is Washington Wizards taking the win against Milwaukee Bucks 117 points to 113. Miami Heat against New York Knicks 109 away for Miami Heat as New York Knicks lost 99 points. But Philadelphia 76ers defeated Oklahoma City Thunder 109 points to 105. Minnesota Timberwolves hosted Houston Rockets but defeated them 113 to 106. It was Denver Nuggets defeating San Antonio Spurs 110 points to 105. Cleveland Cavaliers on the road against Utah Jazz defeating Utah Jazz 129 points to 113. Well, Golden State Warriors proved the other Warriors with 4 points ahead of Dallas Mavericks 104 points to 100 points. LA Clippers on the road against Sacramento Kings. The Kings showed who the Kings were as they defeated them 109 points to 95 points.
Thank you.
Should have let me
Favor,
start from
thank
the
you.
bottom
Thank you.
so that
Thank
I
you.
can do this right.
Thank you. You have to eat your L. Come on. Now, looking at games going down tomorrow, LA Lakers will be in action against Washington Wizards, and that'll be by 12 a.m. tomorrow morning as Portland Trail Blazers take on Charlotte Hornets. Portland Trail Blazers will be on the road. Atlanta Hawks host the Detroit Pistons as Boston Celtics will be up against Oklahoma City Thunders. Brooklyn Nets will take on Indiana Pacers. Milwaukee Bucks will take on Memphis Grizzlies. Toronto Raptors against Minnesota Timberwolves. As Orlando Magic will be on the road against New Orleans Pelicans. The last game for tomorrow will be by 3 a.m. where Phoenix Suns will take on Cleveland Cavaliers. And, moving on this morning and talking about one man who confirmed that he's officially out of NBA.
All right, that is Rajon Rondo, who has officially announced his retirement from NBA after 16 seasons. During an appearance on the All the Smoke podcast, Rondo was quick with a response when asked by host Matt Burns if the NBA has seen the last of him. All four All-Star and two-time NBA champion played last in 2021 to 2022 season with the Los Angeles Lakers and Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay, well, Aria Yoshim, MC Uluomo, thank you guys for joining us live on Facebook this morning. Now let's go straight and look at updates coming from the world of tennis this morning. Well, for top seeded, Jessica Pegula rallied from a set down and beat fellow American Amanda Anisimova 3-6-6-4 in the second round match at the Charleston Open on Tuesday night.
Well, Pegula had 7 aces in the match and won despite capitalizing on the 4 of 15 break points. Anna Samova converted on 4 of 8 break points. Pegula said Anna Samova is tough to play because she's a great ball striker and she can take the racket out of an opponent's hands. I want to take the mouse out of your hands this morning.
Let's move on. Let's check some fixtures. Favor. Every Wednesday, you always want to turn this studio upside down. And the grace I have will not allow you.
The grace of God is upon you.
Let's talk about the Charleston Open WTA 500. Well, remember, a game already decided today.
And that was in favor of Jacqueline Christian as she defeated Madison Keys 3-6, 6-3, 6-3. Well, Caroline Wozniacki will be up against Athelia Kalina today, while we have Lesia Tosreco taking on Astra Sharma. We have Victoria Azarenka taking on Elisabetta Cocoretto, and we have Daria Casastina taking on Ashlyn Kruger. Also a game today, Emma Navarro taking on Katie Volinet. Taylor Townsend will be up against Ekaterina Alexandrova. Beatrice Adat Mahal will be up against Caroline Dolhead. Shelby Rogers will be up against Veronika Kudermetova, while Vera Grochea will be against Elise Martins. Daniel Collins will be up against Hans Jabbar. Elena Slivitolina will be up against Daria. Why are you looking at me?
Favor, are you okay now? I think I need to play that song so that you can be balanced. Okay, now let's move on. Favor is okay. It's okay. I need to. What is it?
Finish playing it now.
No, I just need to. I need the song to put you in the mood.
I'm already in the mood. This is worse.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to look for a slow song for you. All right, now let's move on from the WTA. Let's go straight to Australia Open ATP 250 as we have games going down today. Danny Admire against Pedro Martinez will be going down by 11 o'clock. Same time, Martina Fuskovic is up against Pedro Cochet. And by 12 o'clock, Jan Chonski will take on João Fonseca as Dominic Webster's game against Pablo Lomaru will continue, same as the game between Jurish Rodionov and Christian Garin continuing today. However, by 12:30, Jami Ferreira will take on David Joda Sanchez. Some of the games are going down today at the Australia Open, and Arthur Fuse against John Souza and Henrik Rochar against Gil Morphys, and continuation of the game between Federico Coria and Botic Vadizan Club. Moving away from tennis this morning, we'll go straight and talk football, starting with the NPFL. Okay, you want to listen to the song?
Finish.
Favor, I don't understand. Okay, so a lot of people went for they went for picnic on Monday, right? So at least you were not around yesterday. Okay, so enjoy the song.
Zazo, Pokotua, on my way to Ilu Awosu, live with the Martin Bocadio. O come up by the Kolu, you come up Bocadio. Osu don't borrow, Lama Penny Kolu. Zazo, Pokotua, I do music for living, on a moving Gau, Yahoo, but no laptop. Pokotua, Umpo, Zazu, Biza Bizao. Paka, Pokoli, Bemi Drabai. Dekado Seu, Pocoli or Badansao, Seta one we will need go. Zazu, Pocotua, Shentimo is a gadu, Agotimo is a gadu. Zazu.
Keep it 93.9.
I think I need to change Favor's shifts. You need to stop coming on Wednesday mornings now. You need to start coming on Monday, Tuesday. Then you go off on Wednesday. So at least you can.
What's the difference?
No, there'll be a huge difference.
I'll still be a thorn in your flesh.
No, not in my own flesh. That'll be your laughing flesh, not my flesh. Now let's talk about the NPFL games going down today. Before talking about the games going down, the games that went down yesterday. Remember. Was one game that went down yesterday in the NPFL that ended in a draw, which was Remo Stars that picked at that point against Gombe United. I mean, they shared the spoils. It was goalless. Now, let's look at games going down today. Favor Lawrenceola.
Yeah, I'll be normal.
Okay.
Right, it's 3 o'clock today.
Because I've played your song.
Yes, Aqua United will be up against Doma United. Gambia Plateau United taking on Abia Warriors in the home front. 4 o'clock today, Atlant will be on the road against Bayelsa United, Enugu Rangers and Sunshine Stars. There's going to be a match between Ayimba and Kano Pillars. Shooting Stars will be at home. They'll be hosting Kwara United. Sporting Lagos will be at home, hosting Lobby Stars, while Niger Tornadoes will be on the road against Bendel Insurance.
Okay, talking about Shooting Stars game is going down. According to the report, I go at 5:30, right? Here in Ibadan. So that game, maybe the second half will have to be played. Yeah, not even maybe. The second half of that game will be played under floodlight.
You know, I still feel like there's going to be rain at that time.
Oh, that's the reason. Oh, so for everybody listening right now, you could now get the reason I played the song for Favor, because I noticed that she's feeling cold.
Cold.
I had to, because of the rain.
I'm feeling
we had,
excited.
in the
That
wee hours of
yesterday's
today.
rain was wonderful.
I see. And you got to the office very early. Yeah, I get it. Okay. All right, now let's see what may happen. Should some results, come through? I told you guys yesterday, should there be a win for Shooting Stars in that game today against Kwara United, that means the Shooting Stars will have 43 points, moving to the 6th position. And if the Kwara United picks up a point against, not even a point, 3 points first against Shooting Stars, that means the team will have 35 points. So we both don't understand mathematics, but with the mathematics, that will drop Sporting Lagos. that will bring.
Oh my God!
So,
No,
Sporting Lagos has got 34 points. Depending on the result of Sporting Lagos, they're playing against Lobby Stars, and Sporting Lagos will also be looking for 3 points to have a 37 points to be moving into the top 10 position.
I don't think this Kwara United game with Shooting Stars will be a very difficult one or tough one. So it's either we have a draw in that game or definitely a straight win for Shooting Stars.
Favor. Have you seen a Jakaju movie?
No, I don't.
Okay, I want you to speak into this.
It's
okay. Let's move on this morning. And I think I need to call your HOD. You are causing trouble for me on this show. All right, now let's go straight and talk about what may happen in the return leg of the CAF Confederations Cup quarterfinals between Rivers United and USM Algiers. Remember, the first leg ended 1-0 in favor of Rivers United.
Well, former Kwara United coach Samson Hunel says it's confident Rivers United can pull a major upset against USM in the second leg of the CAF Confederation Cup quarterfinals. Now, we've already told you that there was a one.
It was 1-0 victory for Rivers United against USM Algiers in the first leg. But I said something. On Monday. I mean, if you're playing against a North African side and you cannot get that full victory, I mean, when you're talking about full victory, it's not just 1-0, not just 2-1, not just 2-2. Yes, win like 4-0. We've seen a situation where a team won 3-0 in the first leg and they lost by high score margin in the return leg, and the North African side qualifies in the next round. So for Rivers United, maybe they should just get a song from Celine Dion. We don't say goodbye.
Probably the NPFL is actually affecting Rivers United.
Not affecting Rivers United because they
and the likes.
I said, okay, I wasn't said Favor, I said Rivers United.
fatigue.
Favor, look at Rivers United's game. They've got a lot of games in hands because they had to postpone their games. But let's go on the break, and when we come back, we talk more.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks were clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo.
Well, welcome back, guys. 9:17 is the time. So, I mean, we were discussing about Rivers United playing in the CAF Confederations Cup. So, if you're saying that games in the NPFL is taking a toll on them, Rivers United has got they've played 23 games, won 8, and they've lost 7 and drawn. Okay, so they've drawn 7 and lost how many now? They've lost 8. So the total number of games won, total number of games is just as the same. Total number of games won and drawn. But if you look at this, I am not saying that it's just like it's not really taking a toll on them. They've played 23 games. Other teams have played 27 matches. So they have 4 games to play. So it is more of how many players you have. How many hours do you have in your covers to execute games? You know you are playing on the continent, so why giving excuses? If you are speaking in favor of Rivers United,
I'm not speaking in favor of Rivers United. Don't get me wrong.
Or giving excuses.
Okay, let me just give excuse and liken it to Newcastle United. Okay. Now, Rivers United, I believe they were top of the table last season, and dropping to 16th position is more or less like probably the mentality in that team.
Favor is not mentality.
It's the mentality. How would you be first and then
Rivers United this is not the first time Rivers United is playing on the continent.
So if you want it's obvious that there is a problem in that squad.
There is no problem.
They have problem.
It is poor preparation.
They have problem, or probably it's this I can do all things true or whatever.
It's okay. Favor. I think you're just coming from night vigil. I get it. But let's just move on. Let's move on this morning.
They have
it's
stamina.
okay.
They know they can do it, so they don't have to do any other thing.
Okay. So they need to adopt the let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Meanwhile, it's not working for them.
If you're saying let's do it again, that is either you are making the same problem. I'm sorry, you are making the same mistake, which you had before again. Just like when you're saying let's do it again. But let's move on this morning and let's talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. According to reports we're getting from Super Falcons squad, this morning has it that Ifeoma Onumonu is with the team. An hour ago, that was the tweet we got from the Super Falcons joining the team for breakfast. Before breakfast this morning, 19 players are in camp. If you've been following this build-up to the Olympic qualifiers, Nigeria, South Africa, remember it's the last leg. I mean, it's the last qualifiers. This is the first leg happening in Abuja before moving to Pretoria in South Africa. South African team got to Nigeria on Sunday. Our team, we see some players coming in. So I hope Favor will not come out.
It's all things.
We'll be here on Saturday now. The game is on Friday. And you start supporting or giving excuses the reason Nigeria did not get the win against South Africa in the first leg in Nigeria.
This is their home.
Okay.
They know what they are doing. If they get into the camp late, they know. Randy Warren is a good coach. So they know what they are doing. They will definitely defeat South Africa. That confidence, I have confidence that yes, I'm at home. Nothing will happen. Nothing they shake. You know, no
Okay.
lele. You understand? Just like Super Eagles went to go and play Ghana, and Ghana, you know, they did not see it coming.
Okay. You said no, Lily. Remember we called Kes on Saturday, right? When Newcastle United was down against West Ham
No
United.
lele actually happened for Kers actually on Saturday. Probably this is the same thing that will happen. They should depend on no lele.
This is 5-star. So Super Falcons doing the 5-star thing.
No,
But let's
Lele.
wait for the result against South Africa.
It's Kelpie vibes.
See, I don't look like waiting, I don't see. I will never forget the 90s. Many nights I go they beg for mercy. Sickle cell been showed me crisis. Thank you for the journey, oh Lord, oh Lord. If I say my story, oh bah. Fire can't school, I'm ever blazing. I roll deep with the Almighty. I did try for myself. VIP no regular. Can't copy this formula. I hear 5-star Angel. I did try for myself. VIP no regular. Can't copy this formula. Money in a filter, don't let them fool ya. Make your rubber, stack your paper. Let them know when you pull up. Man down when I pull up. I'll be
Bentancur, Werner to flash it across the face of the goal, and it's beautifully worked by Tottenham. And Brennan Johnson coming in from the opposite flank did for Spurs what Bowen couldn't do at the other end. This was never going to be 0-0. Making his way in front of Vicario. Bowen takes. Well, it's turned in by Kurt Zuma. Tottenham have an inquest, but they're not complaining to the referee. And it's 1-1.
So that was the scoreline between West Ham United and Tottenham in London Derby clash in that one in the Premier League game decided yesterday. However, 7:30 today, Arsenal will be up against Luton Town following that goalless they had against West Ham United.
The Elephantias, you know, shock of Arsenal. I mean, I saw this picture of the elephant holding onto a tree and wanting to fall down. Arsenal written on it. So I guess probably with this new win today, maybe they can go back.
It's going to be a likely.
If
It's going to be a likely. But looking at what Luton Town also did in their game over the weekend, they look like a team that could have caused a big trouble for Tottenham Hotspur, which ended 2-1.
That is what I'm saying. If Arsenal doesn't rely on the fact that, yes, we know we can do it without focusing on what is at hand, I believe Luton Town would actually do what Man United and Manchester City did to them over the weekend.
And
but Maisaka is injured, though, no problem.
okay, well, it's questionable for the game today. That means he may play or may not. But the man out of Arsenal squad for tonight's game is Timber. But looking at Luton Town's injury, sideline. I mean, players are on the injury sideline. We've got Adebayo, Ederson, Bell, Brown, Lockyer, Lukonga, Nakambar, Ogbene, and Port. So they've got a lot of players.
They've got no excuses. Arsenal's got no excuse to lose this game.
Okay. All right. But let's look at the next game. 7:30. Brentford Brighton.
Then Manchester City will be up against Aston Villa.
Okay, remember it is the drama on the Premier League log. And in case, let's take you back. I know a lot of Liverpool fans, we want us to look at the table this morning. Yes, let's look at the table. Let us look at the table.
Sitting comfortably.
Yes, sitting on the throne. That was Olamide's song.
With 2 points. That can be shaken
Okay,
at any time.
yeah, Liverpool 67 points, Arsenal second
And don't
with
forget
65
that
points.
you've not got the goal advantage here.
If you look at goal scores so far, Arsenal scored a lot of goals this season. Looking at top 3 teams, Arsenal scored 70, conceded 24 so far this season. But that is how it looks like in the English Premier League. And well, let's talk about Manchester United's hope of earning Champions League qualification have been dealt a further blow after the club confirmed Lisandro Martinez and Victor Lindelof are set to miss the next month with injuries.
Oh, Martinez has only only just returned after 2 months out with a knee injury, but after making his comeback in the 1-1 draw with the Bradford on Saturday, he has now picked up a calf injury in training.
Well, when you talk about injuries, well, for Martinez, it has not been easy for him. It has also not been easy for some Manchester United players. We're talking about Eddie Hearn. It was a frustrating result for him yesterday when his Newcastle United side had a draw against Everton.
Definitely frustrated. I thought we needed that second goal. Looked like we got it on a couple of occasions. Of course, the VAR one was really, really tight, and then Alex's chance looked a big moment in the game. And at 1-0 Everton, when they were out of it, they've hit the post themselves. And of course, the penalty is probably the big moment. Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at it back, which I have very quickly, I think both players are grappling each other initially, but I think it's just the height of Paul's arm around Ashley's neck that swings it against us. So probably if I'm boots on the other foot, I'm wanting a pen for that.
Well, for all the results of games decided yesterday in the English Premier League, Nottingham Forest defeated Fulham 3-1, Bournemouth defeated Crystal Palace 1-0, Burnley Wolves played out 1-0 draw. So a lot of frustrating results for some teams, the likes of Burnley Wolves, West Ham, Tottenham,
and definitely Newcastle and Everton, which is unbelievable.
I know a lot of people put their money on Newcastle United, most especially the way they came back, against West Ham United. Well, the reason you have Laffy buttoned up this morning, so he really felt the rain. Yes, Laffy is smiling. Laffy, how are you? How are you, my friend?
I'm doing very fine.
So tell me, what happened yesterday when it rained? Was it yesterday or this morning or today?
It actually started last night.
Last night around what? Okay, yes, because
I think around in my area it was around past 9 or something.
Okay.
With this very windy stuff, and but I think it was a huge relief to some of us because for some days now I've been having lots of sleepless nights due to intense heat. You know, there's the way this heat comes down on you late in the night, and sometimes you just want to leave the bed and just maybe sleep on the floor, just take off everything. But it was a huge relief yesterday. I mean, for the first time in a long time, I had to close windows and everything.
Same here.
I had to close windows, and I was like, wow. It was a splendid night.
I want to pull off everything, but let's let's leave the show this morning. And somebody went for picnic. I don't know if she was picked, and she has been a thorn. Is it thorn in my flesh now? This morning, Laffy, I am using this opportunity to ask if you can change favor shifts. Put her on Monday and Tuesday.
Objection overruled.
Okay. Laffy, how are you again?
I'm doing fine.
I didn't know vex for me. Say I never call you since, but I hope that you are well. I hope your market sell. Every day I dey pray for you. Make you Baba, God bless you. I never forget you. I gon' forget you. See my shoulder, make you rest up on me. You know I got you. Let me be your friend indeed. The money don't show now. I don't keep some for you. You know go so far. Cause anything I get now for me and you. Cherish you with my life. Don't worry yourself, oh. Everything go day alright. And if anybody try you, you know it's gonna be on sight. See my shoulder, make you rest up on me. You know I got you. Let me be your friend indeed. I'm right there for you, my friend. I know that I don't text enough, but you're always on my mind.
Radio is all about information, education, and entertainment.
Maybe that's before now. Solutions 93.9 FM has raised the standard of radio broadcast to preferring solutions in all human angle. 939 FM, the remedy.
Alright, it's another beautiful Wednesday morning in the big and beautiful city of Ibadan. My name is Adita Malan Lafenwa. With so much excitement, I welcome you to the From the Daily segment of AM Update on Solutions 93.9 FM. Okay, Favor, good morning. Why are you looking at me that way?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Officially.
Officially, good morning. Yeah, it was a splendid night. Good morning to you. Well, everybody, good morning. I mean, it's amazing in Senegal this morning. You know, I had a dream concerning that, but I'm going to leave my dream for when we have, you know, our analyst talk to us about that. Because I was thinking, if we have something like this in Nigeria, how would it be for Nigeria? Good morning. My name is Favor Olorentola, and the Nigerian Tribune and the Punch newspapers are with me for this morning.
I've got the Vanguard and the Nation newspapers with me. Taking a look at the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning, it's quite loaded. Let me start with the cap headlines now. Tinubu Oborevori Saraki congratulates Olu of Warri at 40. That story is found on page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper. And this is coming from Okwama in Delta State. Okwama police, not army, should probe try suspect. SANs, retired judges, making that statement. And that story is found on page 5. Dangote, Adenuga, Rabiu, or Tedola make Forbes 2024 billionaires list. Page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper. And to the biggest story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning, it says, anguish as 30 children, others get kidnapped in Katsina, Zamfara, Delta. And there are quite a number of riders on that caption. 1,087 Nigerians kidnapped in March 2024. Let me take that again. 1,087 Nigerians kidnapped in March 2024 alone. Bandits kill man, abduct wife, neighbor in Zamfara. Disrupt prayers at mosque, abduct worshippers. Zamfara government restricts movements along Katsina-Sokoto borders. Gunmen kidnap 2 university students in Taraba. Earthmen kidnap two baby in Delta. Demand 15 million naira ransom. All these riders under that bold headline. Anguish as 30 children, others get kidnapped in Katsina, Zamfara, Delta. Moving away from that, there is this picture of the newly sworn-in president of Senegal, talking about Bassirou Diomaye Faye being inaugurated, being sworn in yesterday, and there is a picture of him in a handshake with the Nigerian president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, yesterday in Dakar. Moving away from that picture, we must decentralize Nigeria now on Wachuku Peter side. Page 9. why I fell out with Odili Wike. You want to know why Wike fell out with Peter Odili of River State? You get a copy of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Ondo Guba, APC leaders as parents clash over Ayedatiwa's endorsement. These and many more stories will be found on the pages of the Vanguard newspaper this Wednesday morning.
All right, on the Nigerian Tribune, we have why police cannot arrest cross-dressers. FPRO Adejobi. And then we have Oshun. Adeleke enforces new retirement age for teachers. Reps insist on full implementation of Disability Act. And we have FG re-enrolls 2 million out-of-school children in 6 months. Oyebanji acquires 30 Toyota pickup vans for Amotekun in Ekiti State. And we have Kano CSC treats 819 civil servant cases in 8 months. World Autism Day. Remi Tinubu advocates early diagnosis intervention. Deregistration. JAMB uncovers 1,665 A-level fake results. This and many more you can find on the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
Okay, maybe you should take the next paper, the Nigerian Tribune, right?
No, the Punch newspaper. Now, let me go to the Punch newspaper this Wednesday morning. Diesel price drops as Dangote sells 1,225 naira per litre. Supplies petrol May. Okay, page 2. Dealers get 1 million litres each at 1,225 naira per litre. Price drops in Oyo, Lagos, Ogun. Now we have the picture of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria with the sworn-in President of Senegal, and it's captioned right here. Senegal President sworn-in advocates Africa's unity, security. Well, this connection, UCH doctors suspend night shift, begin strike Tuesday, yesterday night. Deputy CP found dead in Oyo apartment. Police begins probe, that's page 6. Court finds Ogun CP, 5 others, 25 million naira for unlawful detention. Now moving to the top page of the Punch newspaper this morning. Naira sells below 1,280 naira per dollar at official parallel markets. Dangote, Adenuga, or $10 make Forbes list with $26 billion. Akintariwa, fume as Ondo APC elders endorse Aye Datiwa. You can find this and more on the page 14 of the Punch newspaper this morning.
Okay, in a short while we shall be connecting with our analyst this morning to dissect some of the stories we've read to your listening this morning. It's still AM Update on Solutions 93.9 FM. Stay tuned.
Your Excellency, Mr. Mohammed El Ghazwani, President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania and current President of the African Union, Mr. Abdoulaye Diab, President of the UMOA Commission, Mr. President of the National Assembly, Mr. Prime Minister, Madam President of the High Council, for your congratulations and kind words. I would like to highlight and appreciate the important role played by your institution in the smooth conduct of the electoral process to its conclusion on March 24, 2024. The Senegalese people voted in calm and serenity, electing me as the 5th President of the Republic of Senegal in the first round with 54.28% of the votes validly expressed. I am aware of the weight of responsibility and the seriousness of the mandate bestowed upon me. I must give thanks to Almighty God, the Master of Destinies, and express my deep gratitude to my family for their unwavering support, and especially to the Senegalese people for the trust they have placed in me. This great nation has demonstrated on numerous occasions, and in critical moments, its attachment to peace and Republican values through the sacrifice of lives lost, irreversible injuries, freedoms confiscated, and careers shattered. Today, I am reminded of the painful memory of the martyrs of Senegalese democracy, the amputees, the wounded, and the former prisoners. I will always keep in mind the heavy sacrifices made so as never to disappoint you. Tribute must also be paid to our elders who fought for the advent of Senegalese democracy. They laid the solid foundations of an independent nation and a rule of law that, though shaken at times, always stands tall. We owe them for the values of freedom, justice, and progress they have bequeathed to us. It is crucial that we are aware of the successes and failures of our predecessors, the humble paths they have trodden, because we are the result of all their efforts. That is why, in the end, it is Senegal that won on March 24, 2024. I am aware that the election results reflect a deep desire for systemic change. Through my election, the Senegalese people have embarked on the path of building a just and prosperous Senegal within a progressing Africa. In this
Okay, that was part of the inaugural speech of the newly sworn-in president of Senegal. That is talking about Bassirou Diomaye Faye, which was his inauguration was done yesterday. We have Comrade Ayodeji Ajisopo already joining us virtually this morning. A beautiful morning to you, sir.
A good morning to you, my dear comrade, brother, and sister.
Okay, let's start off from the inauguration of a new president. There's something special about, or there are so many things special about this guy called Diomaye Faye. I mean,
yeah.
as we speak this morning now, he remains the youngest African president at age 44. And interestingly, a lot of people might not know this, but this man that was sworn in yesterday as the president of Senegal was in prison just 20 days ago.
Exactly.
I mean, let's just ruminate on the kind of person this guy has been, and let's see the political structure of Senegal. How the outgone president eventually accepted defeat at the presidential election, and what the Nigerian politicians and electorate should learn from the election in Senegal.
Well, first and foremost, what happened in Senegal is consistent with the global perception, continental and global perception of Senegal as the most stable democracy on our continent. It has that branding, and not just mere branding. The brand came as a result of processes and consistency, and that's in an ocean of military rule, civilian dictatorship, one-party state, fathers passing after 30, 36, 45 years, passing on the baton of leadership and governance to their sons. It is the Francophone country. And look at what is happening in Cote d'Ivoire, from Bago to Alassane Ouattara. And all of that happening around there. And the man did not say he was not leaving. He was just going to adjust, shift, And of course, it was because they were busy trying to trying to prevent some people from running, including this man that eventually got elected. In fact, he was the prime target. But you see, the good thing is that the outgone president of Senegal saw the handwriting on the wall. And he knew that this was a people-backed, movement,
election,
a people-backed demand, that this is what the people wanted. And
yes.
it was sensible and sensitive enough. Because we have said it, Lauren Gbagbo, a professor of history, he refused to leave office. And that was after, after he himself, had done his time, wanted to extend it. So the man was sensitive and sensible enough to yield to common sense. It is common sense. You are elected for a term, and then you can do a second tenure. You go. I mean, it's as simple as that. So, and he yielded. It is very important. The gentleman, vibrant, and he needs support, not just of his people. He needs support for those who desire, especially our president, that is a champion, or is an anti, military takeover. We saw what he did with Togo, Niger, and all of those. So that was exactly why, apart from being ECOWAS president, that was exactly why he had to go to Senegal to attend. And that is a lesson for him. He will look at the man, 44 years old. 44 years old. Look, in so-called advanced democracies, it is in the Senate that you encounter, a large number of elder statesmen, senior citizens. You understand? Yeah. That is where they are useful, not direct governance. Let them bring to bear in formulation of laws, in robust debates based on widespread experience, not at 75, not at 85, trying to look, the world has gone beyond that. You would need forward-looking, vibrant men. But the question is, a Nigerian, 40, 45, 50, 35 to 50, do they have the commitment? It takes commitment to lead the people. It takes commitment to lead the people. But there are lessons.
I want to actually make a statement here. With the way the Senegalese people came out en masse to vote for this man, I would like to flip that question. Are Nigerians committed to voting in...
Talking about the electorate now.
the electorate. Are they committed to voting
Can they entrust their vote, their mandate
to people at the age of 35, 40, 45, 50, like you say?
You see, what has happened in Nigeria is that when we got independent, those who took over, the thing was aborted in 1966, and then they came back in 1979, only for 3 years. And, that was the generation that was trained to take over, from, I don't like that takeover, it sounds like military, they were trained for that. And it was like they felt that they had not fulfilled, their mandate. So they kept coming back. And tragically, they started installing their children. And look at it, Rufai, Alawakala, all of them, their children in the National Assembly, some of them in the State Assembly. This is not a family thing. This is not monarchy. You understand? So, it is the Nigerian electorate, I dare say, and you guys know, we encountered them all through the electioneering. The Nigerian electorate in Ekiti State, the one they call the fountain of knowledge, during the governorship election, the electorate in Ekiti State, some of them came out and were asking, where are the people that will buy our vote? Fountain of knowledge. Is that the electorate that will lead, that will elect the appropriate people? No, we are not social politically conscious enough. If anyone will sell his vote, look, we have been conducting elections. Nigeria has been going to the whole of West Africa to supervise election and all of that. Have you had reports about people buying votes? I think it is only in Nigeria that happens. I mean, that brazen direct buying of votes. Ghana does a little bit of copying from us in all those regards, but it is not so brazen. Is that the electorate that will do the right thing? Do you think the Nigerian electorate is sophisticated enough to do the right thing? Knowledgeable enough to do the right thing? I don't think so. Nigerians think democracy is a 4-year cycle thing, and it is all about election. It is much more than that. It is much more than that. And the funny thing, the political parties that are supposed to educate the people are non-existent, and it is deliberate. It is deliberate. It is one of the things that those who hold the levers of power are using, are weaponizing to keep the people down. If you don't know it, look, in 1999, Alliance for Democracy, all those parties, they were mobilizing and they were educating the electorate, educating them about their programs, about this and that. Which programs do the parties have? Have you ever heard about programs? No, it's an individual thing. Look at the Southwest state. How many APC governors? Is there anything uniform about what they're doing? Everybody's doing his own thing, except for Lagos that has a development plan that they are actually following. So the electorate is not sophisticated, knowledgeable, and as astute enough to distinguish even between good and bad. They don't.
Okay, let's come back home now, and there have been this agitations, condemnations from different quarters. It came from the traditional rulers in Delta State, and now it's coming from the senior advocates of Nigeria and from retired judges too, saying that police and not the army should probe and try suspects in Okwama. But one of the reasons they said is that since civilians are not under the martial law that is being used by the military, so that should be handed over to the police, that the military is just simply overusing its powers on the innocent civilians out there. What's your take on that?
Well, the reality is that the tragic occurrence in Okwama occurred, but that's the reality. But you see, the military should not overreach itself. When the military overreach, are they going to try them? Are they going to take them to, are they going to court-martial civilians? Are they going to court-martial them? I mean, they won't do that. But you see, the bad part is that, look, when the military takes you into custody, they will ruin you. They will ruin the person physically. And they know how to, do things to people. And I think, look, if they harm those guys, they simply sue them. They sue the military as an institution so that they will learn lessons. You cannot start. We're not. That Niger Delta is not a war zone. It's not a war zone. The military might have had good intentions, but the military had gotten itself enmeshed and messed up in the local issues of those communities. And some of the communities are seeing the military as taking sides. And when you are a peacekeeper and you are suspected and fingered as taking sides, then your legitimacy is gone. Your legitimacy as an arbiter and peacemaker is gone. Look, the military should not overreach itself. And when this is coming, and thank God for those top brass on the bench, retired and senior, the line is still coming out. That is their duty, to defend the people, to defend the people's rights. People have rights. In Nigeria, Nigerians don't think they have rights. Nigerians think government is like God. You understand? That whatever government does, there's nothing you can do about it. And do we forget that government is derived from the legitimacy of the people? How can the people who give you legitimacy, how can you be superior to them? You understand? But that is the tragic situation. I have seen it in Ibadan here. One government institution just came and started placing notice, not addressed to anybody, not signed. And they were pasting it on wall, quote notice. And people scampered out of the location. Only one man stood and rallied others. But he didn't amend it. He went to court. They demolished all other structures. It is only a structure that is standing. You understand? And I was asking standing people up, and they were saying, Ijoba, I before powerful, anyone that works for government can never be wrong. Where does government derive its legitimacy from? It is from we. That is why the Constitution says, we the people, not the government. We the people. People should have that understanding that government derives its legitimacy from the people. And the military is an institution created by law, given by we the people. People should have that understanding. There are rights. Those people have rights. And whatever might have happened, you cannot, you start apprehending like a drag net, you throw a net into the ocean, and whatever it fits, you start hammering them. No. You have to do diligent investigation and separate. No, look, you must not punish the innocent. They must not be punished. Even those who have to be prosecuted to have been involved, they must be given fair trial. They got to be given fair trial, open trial. The military should not overreach itself. Look, the military does not have a very good image in that place. They don't. They should not overreach themselves. Because all these, if these people turn around now and start mounting a campaign of calumny against the military. It will not be in the interest of the military. We should just
But I watched the Chief of Defense Staff on a TV interview a while ago, and that is General Musa talking about the reasons, one of the reasons they are taking their action. They're talking about, he even spoke about the commanding officer that was killed. He said the man, they were shot. After being shot, they were beheaded, some of their private parts removed. They were disemboweled, and removing their intestines and everything. I mean, looking at the gruesomeness of the killing of this the soldiers, do we say that sparked the anger in the military to go all out that way?
Let me tell you, I think I said it when this occurred, that is what they call signature killing. You understand? It is signature killing. It is the way they do that thing in that place to send a message across. And they only kill those identified as adversaries. You understand? As enemies. It's signature killing. You know, it is sad that they went to that extent. But apparently, the people who did it may not actually be ignorant, but they are certainly foolish. It is foolishness. It is foolishness. How will you, military men, in Nigerian's uniform, and you kill them, behead them, decapitate them? That's foolishness. It will come with consequences. We just have to ask the military to restrain itself. And the Jaramusa should stop whipping up emotions. Laws guide and guard every operation, whether military or civil. And they must abide by the law. All those emotions whipping up will not help matters. Will not help matters. Will not help anyone. Will not help the population, and will not even help the military. It will.
Okay, since we're still talking about security issues, on the front page of Vanguard newspaper, there is this screaming headline saying that anguish as 30 children, others get kidnapped in Katsina, Zamfara, Delta. And there's this first rider, which I found it so scary. It says 1,087 Nigerians kidnapped in March 2024 alone. Now, with this spate of kidnappings here and there, do we rule out conspiracy? Because this kidnapper seem to be having a very field day, unabated operations, and do we rule out conspiracy? Maybe a kind of what do I use? A conspiracy, or compromise on the part of the security forces.
You see, my dear comrade brother, what is it that constitutes security in Nigeria? What is it? All this physical force? Look, the world has gone beyond all this physical policing. The world has gone beyond that. You are not going to kidnap anybody on the streets of New York. No, because cameras, electronic surveillance. You understand? Electronic surveillance. We don't have it anywhere. We don't have. In Lagos, people don't beat traffic lights anymore. Why? Because they know the consequences. There are cameras. In the moment you beat the traffic light, the cameras will just start, shooting, capturing you, and they will get you. You understand? There's no deterrent. People are not afraid. There is nothing that will deter a criminal. You understand? No, nothing will deter a criminal. If you know that cameras are all over the place, monitoring you, tracking you, you're not going to do that. You're going to think 2-3 times before you do it. There's no form of deterrent. Even in Abuja, something that was supposed to be free, the short circuit thing, this was not installed. You understand? So, this physical, how many policemen do we have?
No.
Okay, let's say we have 500,000. Half of them, number one, there are desk officers who will be in the stations, and then those who work with politicians, and even the top brass of the military. A commissioner of police will have a retinue of of people, experts, orderly, batsman. Some will be guarding his official residence. Some will be guarding his private home, wherever that one is. Half of them are busy not serving Nigerians for securing the top echelon and the political office holder. In the governor's motorcade, you will have at least 15, 20 mobile policemen. And then you go to government house, you will find, in another state government house, there is even a mini barracks for policemen there, inside. So another 10 or 15 will be stationed there, 15 following me about. Multiply that by, so maybe 250. Katsina alone, Niger State is bigger than the whole of Southeast in land mass. In the north, you will drive kilometers, except for some, volatile locations now. And it is usually the military that is manning those checkpoints, you understand? Not the police. Our police, are they mobile?
Okay, comrade.
Policemen, no walkie-talkie.
Comrade,
policemen.
Comrade, let me come in here. Now, I deliberately asked that question because of, this Kuriga, the kidnapped pupils then, this recent one that were recently released in Kaduna. Now, I ran a check on Kaduna State itself. Are you listening to me, sir?
I am with you, brother.
Now, I noticed that we have about more than 10 military institutions in Kaduna alone. We have the Nigerian Army Depot, we have the Armed Forces Command, we have the Staff College, Jaji, we have the Nigerian Air Force Training School, we have the Nigerian Police College, we have the Nigerian Navy School of Armament, we have the Nigerian Army School of Legal Services, we have the Nigerian Defense Academy, just to name a few, all situated in Kaduna. And 187 pupils were moved out of Kaduna and they were found in Zamfara. I mean, how do we rule out conspiracy in this?
Well, believe you me,
with this number of military institutions in Kaduna alone, and a group of people could just storm a school and go away with 100, not 2 pupils, not 3 pupils, 187. To convey 187 pupils, they must have used buses.
Well, didn't they attack the NDA itself? Right inside the grounds of NDA and took away military officers right from their beds. What else? That is their devilry. And that tells you that they send it. Look, okay, didn't they take on the Federal Guard Brigade? Didn't they take them up in Abuja? Didn't they take them on? Didn't they ambush them? Usually at night, you understand? The Federal Capital Territory, the perimeters of the Federal Capital Territory. If you move around in the dead of the night, you will encounter patrol by the Federal Guard Brigade. They ambush them. They not the size of Abuja, the perimeter. They ambush the Federal Guard. So these guys are their devils, and this is an embarrassment to all the security agencies in this country. And let me tell you one thing. You know the bottom line? Intelligence. Intelligence. Okay. Intelligence underpins security. How will you secure? You need intelligence. Intelligence, raw intelligence, process intelligence, and now credible intelligence. That is what underpins security. Without intelligence, credible intelligence, who supplies the intelligence? We, the people. But when we, the people, are scared of those who are supposed to be protecting us, that they might even compromise you, you will supply intelligence. I was told a permanent secretary, a retired the female permanent secretary, give credible intelligence to security agencies in Ibadan 24 hours after she was dead. 24 hours after she was dead. Now, will the people in that area, will they not keep to themselves? Look at what happened in Bodija.
That's why we can't rule out conspiracy. There must be an insider.
Of course. So those who are coming up with conspiracy theories, you can blame them. Jonathan, second president commander-in-chief, said, there is Boko Haram in my government. What could be worse than that? When the commander-in-chief says there is compromise, that the commander-in-chief has been compromised. What could be worse than that? So, we have to, and I think people are just doing this. War is business. You understand? When the politicians are stealing or paying free, let us do what we can here, and you provide intelligence to Boko Haram, to ISWAP, to kidnappers. Maybe they have found criminals. I mean, sacrifice criminals. Maybe they have found them in the police.
Yes.
But how did they get through? Didn't they do due diligence on them before recruiting them? But because now, to get into the security agency, you will be sponsored by somebody, not performance. You understand? Not qualification in terms of standards as prescribed. We heard of what is happening in the police college, either the one in Nila or something. They said that the children of some people are untouchable no matter what they do. You understand? So what do you expect to happen? What do you expect to happen? And then those ones will get into the system, because they are connected, they will get promotion probably faster than their colleagues. They will get choice posting and all of that. Then those who are working, you understand, are working hard, and they know that they have what it takes. But because they don't know somebody that knows somebody, those who they will be tempted. You understand? So that is it. Equity. You know, and they must be taken care of. Policemen, you see, you are to check out policemen on Nigerian roads. No walkie-talkie. How can a policeman move around without walkie-talkie? Even if you have information to pass, you will use all these network providers. Of course, I mean, that is compromised intelligence that you are transmitting through, these are unsecure lines now. Unsecure. So, intelligence. The moment they killed Murtala Mohammed, and the passengers, in anger, took the E-branch out of the police. You understand? Took the E-branch, what used to be the E-branch, and turned it into NSO and then SSS and DSS. That was the beginning of the destruction of intelligence that underpins security that comes from the police.
Okay. I was about to go to talk about security more, but I think we have to leave that, because we have a lot to talk about. Now, there's a saying or this quote: "By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail." In Ibadan, I'm going to the health sector now, and let's see what is going on here. We have a debt of 495 million naira owed to IBDC over the years of UCH. Now, that is not where I'm going, because I witnessed most of these, medical practitioners at UCH actually using their hands and other and fans to, create hair for themselves. Now, I want to look at the health aspect of people scheduled for surgeries, people who will be, in bed on night shifts, how it's going to be. I mean, this is getting out of hand. We should be prepared for things like this. Where did we get it wrong, especially in the health sector of Nigeria?
Well, currently, I think we should devise other means of raising, developing our health sector. And one of those things is health insurance. You understand? Some states are already doing it. You see, this dependence of government will do this, government will do that. It is no longer valid. Even in this case of education, these things, they don't come cheap. You know, all this diagnostic equipment, very expensive. And then you put it on disco, and disco spa keeps surging and damages it. And we don't even have spares, and we don't even have capacity to repair them and all of that. Health insurance is very, very, very key. You understand? Why is it key? It will create a pool of resources. You understand? It's like any other insurance. I insure my car. You insure us. 1,000 of us insure our cars. Only 10 or 100 comes for claims in a year. There is a remaining pool. You understand? That is what health insurance does. It creates a pool of resources that can be used to deepen, you understand, to deepen availability of quality care in terms of personnel and in terms of equipment, diagnostic equipment. And, equipment that can quickly diagnose. And when things are diagnosed early enough, it can prevent a lot of deaths and a lot of, ill health. That will cost money. When illness is at an advanced stage before detection, it costs a lot of money. And of course, it will still cost life. So health insurance is it's capital intensive. And look, you buy an equipment this year, in another 3 years, it is obsolete. They're just managing it is obsolete. Technology is moving so rapidly. So health insurance is very key.
Will health insurance cover the electricity bill? That is the backlog of electricity bill owed by the UCH.
Let me tell you what is happening in UCH. I got called. Today is Wednesday. I got called last week, Sunday, not this Sunday, from the up and gynae ward of UCH. People called me, and they were passing women who were slated for CS. They were passing the phone to themselves and talking to me and telling me their harrowing experiences. The power had been off for 10 days, and that they were charging them 4,000 for utility. UCH, they used to call it power or something. Then when people shout, then they just change it to utility. Every patient pays 4,000 utility, which is for diesel. They used to call it diesel, but they now call it utility. Yet, there's no power. And they have been slated. The whole thing has been shifted and shifted. I have a consultant, I will not say the specialty, who is my neighbor, and told me that they are sad going to work. And anyway, the unions in UCH have said, henceforth, they will only be working from 8 to 4, that there will be no afternoon shift. And afternoon shifts normally start at 2 for the nurses also. So there will be no afternoon shift and there will be no night shift. So they will be closing like people in the secretariat. You understand?
4 p.m.
In the hospital. You see it. They will be tertiary health. They say they will work 8 to 4. They say because even the environment in which they are operating is unhealthy for them to work. You understand? Of course, comrade, sister just said something about people finding themselves. Then there will be no surgery. And the worst part of it. When this came as disconnected power, a wife of one of the top echelons of the disco, Ibadan disco, was admitted to UC. As soon as she was admitted, they connected the light.
Can you imagine?
And the moment she was discharged before she goes to the gate, they disconnected power again. Caught me.
Which brings about the animal farm story now. That more animals
are equal.
Not all animals are equal.
And then it is not UCH alone. I work for a retired military general, former military head of state of Nigeria. NEPA, in those days, dare not bring commercial business. They dare not bring electricity bill to us. Yes. They dared not. Whoever tried to bring electricity bill to us will be chased and leave apprehended.
Why?
Will be ruthlessly killed.
Why?
Why
was that so?
Because do you want us to pay electricity bill? You understand? That is it. The military does not pay. If anybody disconnects Odogbo or Ojo Barracks power supply, they will have stories to tell.
Sad stories to tell.
You see, again, our public office holder, and I dare say, you look at the CMD of UCH today. I saw him one day, and this is not, and I saw his motorcade. That was one before this one that was always going about in the motorcade, blaring siren. I saw 4 utility vehicles accompanying him. And when they got to a location, the man got there, and they were running the engines of those 4 utility vehicles as long as the man was there. For God's sake, these are costs. You understand? A copper there, a naira there. Little drops of water make an ocean.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
What is it? What is it going about? Lexus 160, and then utility vehicles accompany you, pilots and escorts. They accompany the politicians, academics. So you see the influence. They accompany, and then a little cut here and there. And there, of course, UCH is massive, but let them work out. How would they feel? You understand? How would they feel that I'm head of institution? This is I'm a part of this institution, and this is that. Because you even go to UCH, people working in UCH are very angry, and they didn't just get angry; they've been angry for some years now. Angry people treating people. One woman was telling me two nurses attending to a sick patient.
Angry people
You
treating.
know, let them pay. Let them agree with by the electricity. You understand? This is how we will pay. We will graduate the payment, 20 million. You know, don't they pay their own salary? They pay their salary. They collect their allowances. I mean, it's unbelievable. But they must have thought that nobody can, you know, UCH, you will disconnect the power. But Disco is a business. And somebody was telling me this morning, of all the monies that we see, and you know one thing in UCH now, if you have to pay 100,000, they will say you pay 30,000 cash, and then you pay the other to the TSA account. You understand?
Yeah.
Everybody is doing mago everywhere.
Okay, but as we wrap up, let's talk about this particular headline on the front page of the Punch. That is diesel price drops as Dangote sells 1,225 naira per liter, supplies petrol made. Should Nigerians say that the Dangote refinery is beginning to yield positive results for Nigerians?
Well, we have been at this for a very long time, and I think eventually we may actually be turning the corner. I didn't say certainty, but if that comes down to that, and then a few other things respond to it over a period of time, diesel is key in Nigeria in production.
Definitely, it is.
And I don't think any economy that wants to thrive and be productive will be running on diesel. It is not sensible.
But-
It doesn't make economic sense.
Sorry, I would like to ask the other side of that question. Should we now say this is the beginning of, let me use this word, and I would like to code it a bit, exploitation of Nigerians? Because as very soon, this is going to be probably the only working refinery in Nigeria, and everything will be dependent on the Dangote refinery.
Dangote refinery is a business. They will run as a business. But as they run as a business, they know they have to make
profit
Nigeria a priority
because
its business thrives in Nigeria.
Okay.
And Nigeria has the population, and that is also a need. But of course, it is a business. And if even is running profitably at that current price, when they have volume, I mean, when they're able, 560 or 600,000 barrels in stock capacity, that is huge. That is enormous.
That's huge, yes.
Yeah, that is huge. So if it gives us 350, you understand? And maybe when Port Harcourt want to add to it, he can export some to West Africa to make some foreign exchange for his business, because he is running a business.
Okay.
The Nigerian government too should run a business. Well, thank you very much. Let's not dwell on that too much. I really appreciate you for joining us today.
Thank you very
My
much.
pleasure always for the platform.
All right,
God bless you. God bless our union.
Amen. Amen.
Okay, let's quickly go on a commercial break. We'll come back with take comments and we take your calls as well. Stay tuned. This is AM Update on Solutions 93.9 FM.
The drama, the suspense, the emotions, the gang moments. Don't miss out on Nollywood movies and web series on YouTube with the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN. You can enjoy over 10 hours of Nollywood content made for you. Sharply dial *312*800# to activate the YouTube Buffet plan from MTN and start enjoying YouTube made for you.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms, and dirty shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
Until people decide to reject his evil products. Well, I want
Did we
to
call it evil product?
I wouldn't
At
know.
this point, is the saving grace of
It's a saving grace now
Nigerians.
for Nigerians now. At least
Yes.
for the price of diesel to have dropped to 1,225 naira per liter. I think that's a good one. It's a huge relief for Nigerians at the moment. Okay, let me see. Do you have comments there?
Yes, I have comments, especially on the new Senegalese president. Well, someone is saying, did you read his profile? The guy has been in the helm of affairs in some department of the government of Senegal. From Wale, he says, he'll still be a boy wearing senator designs on heavy shades and in the entourage of useless politician doing it in quote. I've been in an apprenticeship. They'll say it's the oldest that have wisdom. And what an elder sees sleeping under 25 can use binoculars or telescope to ever see. Well, I just hope that this new mandate that the new president of Senegal has, he uses it to the advantage of Senegal and not let we youths begin to regret, or them youths in Senegal begin to regret that it was voted into power, considering how it got to the helms of affairs.
Okay, let me take this. This is still expensive. Dangote. Okay, I don't want to read this. This is not a good one to read. Okay, let me read another one. Diesel 1,225 naira per liter is very high. Can they reduce it to 200 naira? Okay, I have this one saying, okay. See young president, Voodoo Nigeria. If it was in Nigeria that this young man comes out for to be presidential aspirant, you will hear some people saying he doesn't have experience. They rather want their ancestors to rule them, and they will come on social media to complain of hardship. Okay, crazy people everywhere. That's how you put it. That is a Mazi Ede.
All right, on the supply of electricity at ECH, Vera says it's a shame that Nigeria as a country is still finding it difficult to have constant electricity supply. Emma says, should light be a problem in Nigeria still?
Okay, scam everywhere. Who do us like this for this country? Crude supplied and refined here should be affordable to citizens. Block all smuggling routes and let's enjoy the benefits of being a Nigerian for once. Alamu Adesoji.
All right, this is our heritage in Southwest, a progressive region. What our politicians stand to sustain, maintain a going concern regarding citizens' interest and regardless of politics to save lives. For humanity's sake, it is our time to think out of the box and challenge the stumbling blocks. Linda Friday says, whenever you see it goes on strike, it no good go at all. I don't know Why at 64 years can't we have stable power supply? Not even stable self. Have like 12 hours per day kind of electricity. Yeah, we still getting 12 hours. What about no hour at all?
Okay, this is coming from Wilbur. What's the meaning of NNPC? Meanwhile, Dangote has taken over all things in Nigeria. On whose benefit Nigerians wake up from your slumber?
Okay, now let me take this one. Emery says a whole usage having blackout. So what's going to happen to the lives of patients on life support that needs 24/7 power supply? Why is this country's government like this now? As that what I was saying, it's something that should give the government concern.
Okay, let me take this last one because of our time. Any business way Dangote put hand, they always increase. So stay alert, Nigerians. Omotu Azubike. Okay, that's the last comment I'll be taking from my side. Yeah.
Well, I would love to let that be the last comment I'll be taking from my side as well.
Okay. I'd like to say a big thank you to you for being a part of the program, for tuning in to listen to Solutions 93.9 FM. Join us tomorrow for another edition of the program. It starts with a kick-off sports at 9 o'clock in the morning.
And I'm hoping to be a thorn in OLADAPO OKUNUBI's flesh again tomorrow, God willing.
Okay.
My name is Favor Olorontola.
And my name is Ade Damola Lafenwa, wishing you a winning Wednesday. Good morning.
Good morning.